Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video on my channel. I hope you guys are all well. And today we're going to be building rock paper scissors game in JavaScript. So we're just going to be doing the JavaScript functionality, and there's not going to be any HTML or CSS to that JavaScript. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started with the JavaScript rock paper and scissors game. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to create a const variable called user's choice, or rather get user's choice. And we're going to have one parameter called user input. Then we're going to take user input and initialize it to user input dot to lowercase, just in case the user inputs a string of lowercase, for instance. That's the reason we do that, or uppercase. So then we're going to start off with the conditional if, for instance, user input is equal to if user input is equal to rock, then we're going to return and that's incorrect. Let's do it this way. If user input is equal to rock, or user input is equal to, let's say, scissors, or user input is equal to paper, that is the case. And what we're going to do is we're going to return user input. Else, we're going to return a string invalid input. Okay. Next, we're going to create another variable called get computer choice. It's going to take no parameters. So we're going to then we're going to create a new variable using the let keyword, let random number. And we're going to set that equal to math.floor to get a whole number, and math.random to get a number between 0 and 3, but not including 3. Okay. So then, if random number is equal to 0, then we're going to return, rock. Else if random number is equal to 1, we're going to return scissors. Else if random number is equal to 2, we're going to return paper. So we're going to just test our function. Okay, first let's test the first one with the console.log. Or we could test both of them. Why not? Test both of them. So the first one's get user choice. We'll just put in rock, for instance. There you can see the output rock. So that indeed does work. Okay, so let's test the second function just to see that it works. Let's use get computer choice. We can put any random, or we can just leave it as an empty string. It's still going to work. Either way, let's just put in rock. Either way, we're supposed to get a random output. Since it's a random number between 0 and 3. So there you see the random output. Okay. So now that we see our second function is working, let's just comment that out. Okay, so next we're going to create another function, a new function called determine winner. That's going to take two parameters. First one's going to be user input. Second one's going to be computer input. Oops. Okay. So the first condition that's going to need to be met is the most obvious one. So if we start off with a conditional if user input is equal to computer input, we're going to return string this is a tie, or rather tied game. Let me rephrase that. This game is tied. Okay. Now we're going to create a separate control flow statement. So if user input is equal to, say, rock, and then right underneath that we're going to start off with another if statement. So this is a nested if statement where you can do multiple if and else statements all in one. So this nested if statement is going to take computer, the computer input parameter. Okay. So if the computer input parameter, let's say for instance, is going to be paper, we know that paper beats rock in the rock, paper, scissors game. Then we're going to return the computer one, else we're going to return the user one. Okay. Then right underneath that if statement, we're going to start another if statement with the next pair of options. So it was rock. Let's just take paper for instance now. So if user input is equal to paper, if computer input is equal to scissors, since scissors beats rock, so if so, we're going to return exactly the same string or the same statement, the computer one. I'm very clumsy when I type, especially when I'm making a video, but when I type on my own, I'm not as nervous for some reason. So then else the user one, start off fresh again. So if user input is equal to So we had rock, paper. Obviously, we can't have scissors and scissors because we've already applied that logic at the beginning of this function. All right, so that was the first if statement. So finally, rock, paper, and then scissors. If user input is scissors, and if computer input is equal to rock, and we're going to return computer 1. Else we're going to return the user 1. Okay, so we're done with those conditionals now. So before we head on forward, let's quickly test this function to see if it's working properly. So let's quickly console.log, determine winner. So we've got user input and computer input. So we're going to pass in the strings, say scissors, and then rock. Then if we run this function as so, it should give us the winner. There seems to be an error. Computer is not defined. Computer input. Yeah, I've got a typo here. Just a slight spelling error. Okay, so there, if we run it, computer 1. So like for instance, if we change this now to say paper, you see the user 1. Okay. Right, so now that we've checked this function, it's working. Let's quickly comment it out. Then we move on. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do now, we're going to create a new function called play game. Okay. We'll take no parameters. So we're going to create a new variable called user input. So you might be thinking we've already used user input, but no, we've used this as a parameter. These are all parameters. So I'm creating a new variable called user input. And we're going to set it equal to get user choice. With the call of, let's just say, for instance, rock. Then computer input. I'm going to set it equal to get computer choice, setting it equal to the invocation of get computer choice. We're not going to give it any string. We can invoke or we can log the determine winner function. Let's give the first input as scissors, then the second input as, say, rock. And then just outside the function, we can invoke the play game function to run the program. So if we run this, as you can see, the computer is 1. So if I change the choice of user, let's just say paper, the user 1. If I change the choice to rock, the game is tied. Say if I change it back to say paper here, and then the second argument can be scissors. The computer one, as you can see. So our game is working perfectly fine. Right, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys found it informative. And thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate your support, and hope you guys have a great day. Peace out.